Hello students, today we will learn about the fraction, that is block number 15. Fractions are numbers that represent a number of equal size. When we talk about halves, it means that we have taken an object and have broken it into two equal parts. Any object or number can be broken into any number of equal parts. Parts of a whole. A fraction represents a part of a whole. It is made of two numbers, one on top of the other, and separated by a line. For an example, 8 divided by 19 is a fraction where 8 is the numerator and 19 is the denominator. A fraction can also be written with a slash between the numbers, where the number on the left is the top and the number on the right is at the bottom. The top number is called the numerator and the bottom number is called the denominator. The numerator represents the number of pieces that we have, and the denominator represents the total number of pieces. For an example, as you can see in this circle, 4 parts of the color are shaded, so 4 is the numerator. The circle is split into 9 equal parts, so 9 is the denominator. The fraction of the circle is 4 divided by 9. Fractions on a grid. The fraction can be represented on a grid. As you can see in this figure 1, there are two squares. The first square is divided into 4 equal parts, where 3 parts are colored. Therefore, the fractions of the square is 3 divided by 4. In the second square, we can see that there are 16 equal squares, of which 12 are colored. Therefore, the fraction of the square is 12 divided by 16. Remember that to represent a fraction, the whole has to be split into equal parts. Unequal parts cannot be represented as a fraction. Representing fraction. Representing fraction on a fraction strip. Fraction can be represented in various ways. One of the ways is to represent them on a fraction strip or on a paper strip. As you can see in this figure 3, the fraction on the paper is half. The fraction strip is divided into two equal parts, hence the fraction is 1 divided by 2. The second one is representing fraction on a number line. As we have already learned how to represent integers on a number line, now let us show fractions on a number line. For an example, let us represent 2 by 3 on a number line. Since 2 by 3 is less than 1 and greater than 0, we know that it lies between 0 and 1 on a number line. 2 divided by 3 is 2 part of 3, so we can divide the number line into 3 equal parts and mark 2 parts. Converting fractions, mixed fractions and improper fractions. There are 3 types of fractions such as proper fraction, improper fraction and mixed fraction. Proper fraction. If the numerator is smaller than the denominator, the fraction is called a proper fraction. For an example, 2 divided by 3, where the numerator is smaller than 2. Improper fraction. If the numerator is bigger than the denominator, the fraction is an improper fraction. For an example, 5 divided by 3, where 5, that is the numerator, is bigger than the denominator 3. Mixed fraction. A mixed fraction is a combination of a whole and a part. For an example, 1 and 2 divided by 3. A mixed fraction can be converted into an improper fraction and vice versa. We can convert a mixed fraction into an improper fraction using a circle. In this figure 5, 1 and 1 divided by 8 circle have been colored. Since each circle has been split into 8 equal parts, it will be the denominator. And the improper fraction. A total of 8 parts have been shaded, so the numerator of the improper fraction is 9. Therefore, 1 and 1 divided by 8 is equal to 9 divided by 8. To convert a mixed fraction into an improper fraction without the circle, we have to first multiply the denominator by the whole number and then add the numerator to it. After that, we can place that number over the original denominator. To convert an improper fraction into a mixed fraction, we have to first divide the numerator by the denominator. Then the equation becomes the whole number part of the mixed fraction. Then the remainder becomes the numerator of the mixed fraction. And then the divisor becomes the denominator of the mixed fraction. The denominator of the improper fraction and the mixed fraction will be the same. The last one, fraction story problem. Story problem. We use fraction in everyday life very often. For an example, when we are dividing a cake, measuring distance, cooking, in sports, and many other things. Story problem asks us question related to real life situation. We can use the method that we have learned to answer the question. This is the end of the chapter. In this chapter, we have learned about identifying fractions, representing fraction, converting fraction, and fraction story problem. Thank you.